Hello and welcome to Sòrò. This is a new podcast, a new idea, and it's me. My name is Zainab. Zainab. My name is Zainab, and I came up with this idea to have a podcast that aims to talk to Africans about Africa. And the aim of it simply is for other people to hear it, learn from it, and maybe some action points, maybe inspire people. Now, let me give you a little background about myself, about the podcast. So Sòrò is the podcast name. And if you know what it means, you know what it means. If you don't, it essentially means speak louder. It comes from the Yoruba language, which is in Nigeria. Well, it originates in Nigeria, however, it's spoken in other countries. Essentially, Sòrò movement started around the end SARS movement, which started in around 2019, 2020, roughly. And it's really a youth movement, and it really embodies speaking out and just speaking about things you've gone through, things that you want to change, and how things should be, really. Right, yeah. So that's the title. And that kind of, I guess, gives you an idea of what the purpose of this podcast will be. Um, there's always been something at the back of my head that um wonders, and it's a bit confused as to what is going on in Africa and why Africa is the way Africa is. My father is the biggest kind of politician at heart. He is usually the loudest member in a congregation of people talking about politics and Africa, Nigeria. He, if he's on his phone, he's probably searching up news about Africa and Nigeria. Um, so maybe unconsciously that translated to me as well in a different way, I guess. Mine is more um curiousness. I would say curiousness about what it could be, what it is, and what I can do to help. I have a responsibility to uh give back. I have a responsibility to learn about my roots, and I want to take the responsibility seriously. I want to understand more. Yeah, I want to scratch deeper than just the news headline, the typical statistics, the hot topic news. I want to go deeper than just the superficial understanding of what Africa is. And to do that, you need to speak to people in Africa. You know, my idea, my naive idea of how to give back was to just, create something like, oh, create something or give some money, etc. But that's so naive, because if you don't even know what people are going through, what their life is like, how can you create something that aims, quote unquote, to help when you don't even understand what they need help with? How can you donate or give money? Do Africans need donations or do they need investments? Is there a difference between the two? That's kind of what we will be doing. We will be having different guests on from different countries that will be talking about their experience and what they have gone through. I am of the essence that we must speak about Africa sincerely with more knowledge and with more experience before things occur. For example, what is currently happening in Congo, Sudan, Somalia, Ethiopia are all things that people don't really know about and people don't really talk about as much. And it's not because there's not enough people in Africa to talk about it, rather, it is because there's not enough people outside of Africa, I suspect, to talk about it and bring it to light in the way that befits it and the people in Africa. I want to be able to truly understand topics, political events, historical events in a context that puts Africa at the forefront and allows us to take preventative steps to make sure that we are placing ourselves first. We often hear facts about how Africa has the youngest population, about how Africa will become the most populated continent in the world. But what does that actually mean to people living in Africa? What does that mean practically? Because, yes, a rising youth population is a benefit, but only to a community or a country that has the infrastructure to support it and to harness it. How can we speak about topics like this proactively and logically to actually implement actionable change rather than just discussing, hoping, and waiting for political leaders to do something and wake up? So, in a nutshell, Sòrò is going to be a podcast that aims to explore different topics with different people in different countries, like these.
Into the IT world in the year 2020. Yeah, that was during the COVID-19 period, and due to the break, like there was lockdown everywhere then. So I took a break from school. The school I was attending then, I was kind of doing this degree program to enter university, something like that. So we kind of went home. We went back home, and
If these sounds interesting, then please watch this space, as they say, and share it with your community. Leave a comment and subscribe wherever you're hearing this from.